for all things Halloween. This is Hauntformer. And everyone, I am back today to discuss with you American Horror Story Season 6. So, I'm filming this on Thursday, and American Horror Story Season 6 premiered last night. Now, I was a bit distracted with some homework, but I was trying to watch a majority of the episode. Now, I know a lot of people have been wondering about what the theme was for this season. I have not been up to date with American Horror Story. This is actually the first time I've actually technically watched it. I've watched a few clips here and there, but I've never actually seen any of the episodes in full yet. So I'm trying to get started with it, and since it's an anthology series, I figured I could pick up wherever, and it wouldn't really matter. Shows like The Walking Dead I have trouble getting into, because I've missed so much of it, I feel like I would not be able to get back into it. But as for this show, I think it'd be easier, because each season is sort of different. So this season is entitled My Roanoke Nightmare. I believe that's how it's pronounced. My Roanoke Nightmare. Now you're probably asking, what is that? Well, basically the way they filmed it is they have two different sets of actors. They have the actors who portray the scenes, and then they have the actors who reflect on the scenes. It's sort of like I saw on an article, it's sort of like an I Survived type of filming, or I really thought it reminded me of like Celebrity Ghost Story, where they're talking about something that they experience and it cuts to the scene of them experiencing it, which is what I thought this was about. At first, I thought it was about ghosts, and that still might be the case. However, I was doing a little research on what this is about, and I have some answers for you wondering what is a Roanoke Nightmare. Well, the Roanoke was the first American settlement, I believe by when the British came here, they actually settled in the place called Roanoke. Now, you can correct me if my history is wrong in the comments below, but I'm trying to remember based off memory the best I can. So, the Roanoke colony was established. It was the first one in America, and the colonists, everything, just up and disappeared, basically. All of the buildings were neatly collapsed, not like destroyed. They were all taken apart neatly and placed like on the ground, but all the people were nowhere to be seen. No one knows what happened to them. No one knows where they went. It is one of the earliest American histories in American history. So this was definitely an interesting theme that I thought American Horror Story has done. I know they've done like Freak Show and Hotel, but this one's definitely pretty unique and historical too, which is interesting. So there were three main ways they thought that the Roanoke colonists disappeared. They thought they could either A, have left on a ship, and that ship would have been sunk, or they would have starved to death on the ship, which is unfortunate. These are all really unfortunate. The second one was they would have been killed by Spanish colonists, or the Spanish who invaded. And then the third was that they actually blended in with the Indian tribes around in the area. However, American Horror Story has taken it in a very dark tone and said that they were actually a group of like Satan worshippers who have human sacrifices, which is pretty extreme. If you know anything about me, you know I always try to love God on this channel, even though I do Halloween things, because I believe in God and Jesus. But seeing something that dark is pretty crazy, especially when that is definitely different than the actual story. However, I know American Horror Story usually takes things to the extreme when it comes to their scary plots. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how these characters have to survive throughout this. I also want to know, what are these Roanoke colonists? Are they ghosts? Are they actual colonists? We don't know. At least I couldn't tell from this first episode, so we have a lot of unanswered questions, everyone. But, as always, leave in the comments below your opinions on American Horror Story. Let me know what episodes I need to catch up on in order to understand what is going on. Thank you again for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more Halloween. And remember, as always, for all things Halloween, this is Hauntformer.